have to confess, Kristin and I were caught in some behavioral momentum when we agreed to do this, primed to respond yes. But once the email was sent, we panicked. What were we going to talk about? We started with the venue. Well, what could flow from that? What do you usually do when you're out having a drink with friends? We tell stories, and often travel stories. Those amusing anecdotes where the listeners delight in your pain and missteps, the kind we all try to one-up as the night goes on and the drinks flow. And so tonight, our Ignite has been guided by flow from the very beginning. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our tales of misfortune.
There is nothing quite like travel to teach us that sometimes, despite our best planned efforts to have a detailed itinerary, something will inevitably go awry. So I went to China once. Well, actually I was on my way to Mongolia. And after a delayed flight out of Vancouver, I missed my connecting flight to Ulaanbaatar. So I was going to be put up for a night in Beijing. I was fine with this. A little nervous on how I was going to navigate myself once I landed, but I was assured that with the sticker I was to wear in my chest, I would be just fine. Well, things happened fast and furiously, and after standing there for what felt like forever, I was finally directed to stand with another group who luckily were also wearing the sticker. We traveled that night on Greyhound buses an hour away from the airport, only to arrive at this hotel to discover that several other buses had arrived before ours. I was exhausted. I made my way to the front of the line, and the receptionist at the hotel said, "You share room, you pay money." I said, "No share room, no pay money." I was in the throes of an argument when this forward-thinking man behind me had the wherewithal to ask, "How much?" I said, her answer shocked me, $20. So I slapped it down on the counter and paid my $20.
2007, Athens, Greece. After travel over 14 countries, we were taking the next step in our year-long journey. At first, the questions posed by the border security guard seemed typical. Where were you before Greece? Then a bit funny. And before that, and before that, and before that, as we struggled to remember our exact path across Europe. When she slammed our passports shut and commanded, "Come with me," we were frankly confused. The windowless back room and armed guards did little to comfort us. Then more questions. When did you enter Europe? Where have you been? You have a visa for Egypt. Why none for Europe? Aha! I thought, I understand geography. I can answer this. Because Europe is a continent and visa is a country. Wrong answer. Do you have money? She asked. Now, as a long-term backpacker, the only answer to this question is no. Wrong answer. It was not well received. You've been in Europe too long. You must pay 500 euros. My partner calmly asked, "Can we pay later?" Blank stares. Then, yes, you pay when you come back to Greece. After signing our names to an incomprehensible Greek document, we were off and on our way. Now, since then, there's been many trips, though admittedly never back to Greece, and many mishaps. I can only assume there will be many more to come.
So what have we learned from this? What have these experiences taught us? While travel has certainly taught us to go with the flow, more than that, it has taught us to understand what we can and cannot control. As a behavior analyst, I'm trained on the premise that behavior is lawful and happens for a reason. The environmental events that happen around me are usually things I can manipulate and control. I've learned behavior doesn't just happen inside a vacuum cleaner. It happens in the context of environmental events that absolutely can be controlled. So coming to terms with the idea that not all environmental events fall under my personal locus of control has been challenging. So what the heck should we do when we can't control missed connections, canceled flights, lost bags, and people simply uninterested in hearing our side of the story? We control how we respond. We accept our circumstance as our current reality and we move forward, even if we do have to get late.
Now, full disclosure, we are not the first people to come to this realization. The research also supports this way of thinking. It's about where our focus lies, internal versus external. With an internal focus, we consider what we can control and we let the rest go. As educators, this group has less stress, calmer classrooms, and more predictability. On the other hand, an external locus of control is linked to feelings of helplessness.
Also linked in the research, when we feel competent and effective at driving behavior change, our students experience best outcomes. So here's the thing, when we can't control what hand we've been dealt, we have to control how we respond. As Paulo Coelho eloquently said, you can't change the wind, but you can adjust your sails to reach your destination.